Something lost and never seen. Every time I stop to believe, something taken from me. Life's gotta always be messing with me. Can't it chill and let me be free? Can't I take away all this pain? I try to every night, all in vain. Sometimes I can't.
The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Today, an NFC battle in store for us between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. Where the road to immortality begins for most teams, we're underway from Wild Card Weekend. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10.
Set, ready.
We give to Irving to start this drive. And a nice 70-yard chunk on the opening snap of this game.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2.
Let's go now. Set, cut.
Once again, Irving. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
It's blue black.
Motioning one of the tight ends.
Steel black. Cut, cut.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Buys time, rolling right. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. Went for that big shot. They wanted to get that highlight the first time they touched the football.
Now, this group likes to be aggressive. An early incompletion's not going to deter them. Sharpshooters, they don't stop shooting threes because of one brick, and they won't stop pushing this ball down the field either.
Cox, there's that rookie out of Florida State. And he stopped at the spot he made the catch, so give him, looks like the 27 on that completion. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Edo blue. Yellow, blue. Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. It's caught right side by Johnson. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
Running left, this is Irving. And not much for him there. He's down to the 15-yard line. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Here we cut.
Throwing from the gun. Catch is made, but he is out of the back of the end zone. Could not get his feet down, partner. This one's going to end up incomplete. Defense hasn't really found its backbone yet, but maybe just a little sliver of light between the clouds here as they bring up third down.
Yeah, you're not going to likely keep points off the board, but if you can come through with one more stop and limit it to a field goal, yeah, that's at least something to build from. You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
The kick by McLaughlin is good. And they get 3 on their first series. Hope to build on that in the drives ahead.
Yes, it's 3, not 6, but to come away with anything on the first drive in the postseason on the road, it's a great start and a tough thing to do.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. The end result there, 15 yards and a first. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield. Going to the ground again on first. And the ball's going to remain at midfield as he's stopped at the line, no gain.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Operating from the gun, here's May. Has him on the quick hitter. Looks like he's going to be marked just a little shy of that first down. Ball at the 41, 3rd and short.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
From the gun, it's May. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down after a gain of 5, right up next to that line to gain.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal. Love the way they decided to keep the drive moving, Brock, pounding it forward, setting an early tone on this opening drive.
It sure does, both physically and then mentally as well, because you know and I know successful run often leads to great play-action pass.
May now from the gun. And he scores. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers pull ahead 6-3 in the first. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. All right, partner, one drive in, and we can say this guy's been perfect. 4 passes, no incompletions, and that touchdown to end it.
And you and I both know that incompletion will come eventually. I had a ride for a while, man. That offense was humming on that opening drive, and they can't wait for their second bite.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10.
Right move. Set cut.
They'll come out throwing. He just got rid of it, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you nailed that one.
Some yardage lost and 1st down lost too with that grounding flag. This is 2nd and long. Complete out to the right side. And he hangs on to that football, Brock, through a well-timed tackle. Nice gain. They're down to the 36.
A gain of 14 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
Ready. You don't bring that 60.
Throw here, 3rd down. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Offense in the hurry up here. Before they run a play on 4th and 3, they decide to take a timeout. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. The only move this offense is making is toward the line, Brock. They're going for 4th and 3.
Rail. Claws rail. Ready.
They're going for this. He's got a man left. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. That is a clutch 7-yard pickup, partner. Pays off the call to go for it there on 4th down.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on it.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Come on, set.
Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the 1st down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
At the 40-yard line.
Ready. Cut.
1st down, play action. Catch made by Bucky Irving. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. 1 quarter gone in our opening round game of the NFC postseason. 7-3 is our score. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Caught out left. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today. Because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Yellow. Here we go. Ready?
Irving here from the gun. And he'll go down here at the 16. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Ready.
Working inside the red zone. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
That's a veteran move right there by a rookie quarterback. You see so many rookies, we do, Kate, who try to play hero ball and force things in every single spot. But he's already wise enough to know how to throw it away.
This is Irving on 2nd. It's inside the 10. And he's going to haul it in for the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers take a 2nd quarter lead. On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers push their lead to 3. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. This drive's going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Back-to-back carries here. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
3rd down, they need 7. They'll air it out on 3rd. That's caught for the 1st. And they get this down to the 44 before he stops. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Quick throw completed by May. He takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers take a 2nd quarter lead. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Kenneth Gainwell now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Bucks to the line. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Airing it out to start this drive. He finds Johnson. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Shotgun handoff to Irving. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
Looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Come on, set. Cut.
They go play action on 1st down. Finds him on the crossing route. He's taken down as he takes this to the 38. They strike for 23 yards. And that will be a Tampa Bay 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down.
Here we go.
On the give, this is Irving. And all he can get is a yard here, Brock. It's going to be 3rd down.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. Just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late. And this could have been much, much more exciting.
Ready, set.
3rd and 4 coming up now.
Here we go, set. Red, 38.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He has the first over the middle, and he's able to take this one down to the 25. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back still doing it to this day.
So 2 minutes still to play in this first half, partner. More coming up from Bank of America Stadium, though. Stick around. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Set. Smash. Red. Cut, cut.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Black shot. Down. Cut, cut.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds right along the 20.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
On 4th down, the Buccaneers trying to put 3 on the board with Chase McLaughlin from 37 yards in the right hash. The kick by McLaughlin is good, and that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Here's made in the air. Throw left side, complete. And this one doesn't go far.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
Completed over the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. A gain of 15 there. And that's going to bring up a Carolina 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Here's the long back on the handoff. And he cuts it back right. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. So a 27-yard pickup on that play. And that's good for a Panthers 1st.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And there's the stop, but he's got 9 yards on 1st down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And he has the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers will add to their lead at the end of the half. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Fitzgerald up and good on the PAT. And the Panthers grow their lead to 8. Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Just 25 seconds remaining as they get all set up for first down. Airing it out to start this drive. Dumps it off to his running back. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Throwing from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Bucs have the first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Here's first and 10 from the 47.
Let's go. Ready.
Now looking to throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. Timeout called by the offense, and with another timeout available, they could actually get another 2 plays if they work quick. All set now, first and 10.
Red, yellow. 52 blue.
From the red zone on first. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This only a chip shot from the right hash. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And that gets them back within 5.
Kid, I don't think there's any question. This is going to be a close game when it's all said and done because it's awfully tight here at the half. And that field goal, that gives them a little more confidence running into the locker room.
So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here comes the final play of our first half. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he stopped on a nice gain on what is the final play of this first half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. All right, Brock, that was enough of a break. Back to playoff football as the second half of our wild card game gets underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, first and 10. On play action, here's May. It is Kupp, left side. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's going to bring up a Carolina first down. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got second and 11. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's taken down at the 30. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
sending him on the dive. Solid running here. That's 9 yards as he brings up second down.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Less than a ruler needed here on second down. The first carry now for Jonathan Brooks. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
From the red zone now. Forced out to his right. Now he takes it. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
Kate, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But it nets the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Handoff on second and short. He will not score, but that does set him up Brock with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a first down, that's a bonus.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's first and goal. Trying to sneak May. The charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short. So no luck in that final yard, Brock. They simply lost that battle up front. Didn't get the push they needed.
Yeah, give some real credit to that group defensively, right? It is just right off the jump. Who creates that surge, that pad level? Defense got the job done.
Brooks. And he's in for the touchdown. The Panthers grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Jonathan Brooks touchdown. Made the right read on the RPO inside the red zone, Brock, and things worked out.
And you know what is so key about these RPOs? It's that mesh point. It's the details right there. Not immediately giving any indication of what they were going to do, and it created, Kate, the slightest of hesitations for the defense. And that slightest opportunity is all he needed to hit the end zone.
On the return, here's Gainwell. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Ready. You, yellow, 10 black. Ready.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Trevin Wallace has it.
The first down pass. Intercepted. The Panthers take over first and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Dive play straight ahead. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Catch made by Chuba Hubbard. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Connects on the crosser. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
You know, Kate, I never get frustrated with completions. Never turn down a completion. But in this case, you really did have to look beyond that route. Not enough to move the sticks.
Fitzgerald sends this through. And go ahead and make this a 15-point game now.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
On the return, here's Gainwell. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Hits his running back. He's going to be brought down right at the 35. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Buccaneer, first down.
All set to go now from the 35.
Cycle.
Throwing now on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
It's 2nd down.
Watch out now. 52. Black shot. Ready.
2nd down pass play coming. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's tackled for no gain.
The defenders, they were ready for that throw, stopping him right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd down and long.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down.
Ready. Yellow, 43. Grill green. Ready.
3rd and long for him here. He's got a man left. And this one does not go far.
Feet not. Kate. Feet and eyes, they so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Set, ready. Smack. 52 blue. Blue striker. Green jacket. Hut.
They're going for this. On the move, hit it right. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
All set to go now from the 35. An early jump and the flags come in. I think this is going to go against the defense. Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage. Encroachment on that previous play, and that makes this a much shorter 1st and 5. Off the play action, May. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Here goes it. Ready, what's that?
They'll try and punch it in. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play 1st and goal situations too. Because a run like that now, well, it leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
We're down to 1 quarter before we determine our wild card winner. The Falcons have the ball and the lead. Only 1 quarter from advancing in the postseason. So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Looking for it with Brooks. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
There you go. Diddy, what's up?
And he's got it. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers have likely locked up the win right there. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. Bucks to the line. 1st and 10.
Ready, slide through. 33, yellow, 6, mega,
Airing it out to stop this drive. And he's going to try another deep one here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. J.C. Horn to pick it off. And the Panthers will take over along the midfield stripe after the interception and return.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Name existed forever, means victory, helper. Whole name means protector, shorten it by 2 letters, without the IR at the end. The reincarnated Gil Scott living in the again. The World Cup in Moscow with a blonde who's a 10.